Okie dokie. So we're going to do what we were going to go through again, sort of what we were doing on Wednesday, looking at attacks from the back and control. So sort of back control and some attacks. I'm going to look at trying some different ideas to what we're normally used to doing. So just to start with, Chip, please. Just to start with, just to get our head back in the game. All right. I'm here on the back. I've got seatbelt grip, so I've got one arm under, one arm over, and I'm putting my hands together. Okay. The goal for this person is to try and put their head and shoulders on the floor, flat on the floor. That's it. Okay. My goal is just to try and maintain this position. Okay. I want to see if you can figure out firstly, I want you to try and get your head in the correct position, so try and get as tight as you can. Think about making a barrier around his head. He wants to put his head on the floor. So get him to beat a barrier before he can do that. Yeah, so I want to get my head and my arm as a barrier around his head to start with. Okay, even if that means scooting yourself back a little bit and being here rather than being in really tight and being here, scoot back a bit. Pull him towards you, get as tight as you can. Big thing is to try and keep this head as tight as you can to him and see how the difference is. Yeah, so play with your positioning around the person. The other thing I want you to try and play around with or try and focus a little bit of attention on is how you use your legs to control the person. Yeah. Let's make a rule that you're not allowed to cross your ankles. So you've got to keep your ankles apart. Okay. I want to see how you use your legs. You can take your foot out, take the hook out, use the hook on the outside if you want, do whatever you like, but don't cross your ankles. Okay. Yes. Okay. No grabbing on the gi just yet. We're going to play around with the chokes from there. Yeah. Everyone cool? Good. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Huh? Keep them as controlled as best you can. So for the person on the back, there's no win prerogative. He's good. He can only win. Okay. Everyone good? All right. Play around with that. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 5. How can you use your legs? Joe. Can you wiggle? Can you wiggle her off? Both hands on the floor and just wiggle. That's it, that's it, that's it. Yes. Yes.
That's an easy way to get.
So you can do like, even if you put your hands both on the floor, she was quite high on your back. So you can also try and jerk a little bit, and then that will just help them slip. It's great. I do that, mate, all the time. I do it all the time. Try and think head, shoulders. It's really hard not to. Yeah, that's it. You feel tighter with your legs crossed, but you lose a little bit of mobility. Well, you could have just bridged the other way. You didn't even have to turn and roll or anything. Just make it harder for myself, it's fine. Just, let's go. No one likes the easy routes. New code. I'll tell you in a second, hold on. Oh. Anyone know the code off by heart? 3149. 3149. Yes. Yes, nice, nice, George. All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm all right. Good luck. This little toe rag. You get warm. Minute 30. That's it. That's it. Nice. Turn, 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 turn. Try to get both shoulders on the floor. But yeah, you got a good idea there. It was a good idea. Yes. Look at that little chair sit. The little chair sit there.
I'm up for a brief second as well.
Oh no, I'm back. Ugh. Ugh. Blue belts. Okay, time everyone. Good work. All right. Everyone cool? All right, let's just have a look at something for the control, and then we'll run it again, okay? And we'll play some other little positions, okay? Joe, please. Okay. So here. How did you guys find it? We're using your head and being a little bit further back and keeping them tight here. Was that any better or any worse? Better? Yeah.
For me, I always struggle to get my head in tight.
Yeah.
Give me the option to wiggle down a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it gives them a bit more.
So they can move forward a little bit. Yeah, that's fair.
Control of my legs, so James is good at like
Removing a hook.
moving my hook and therefore like tipping me from my legs rather.
Okay.
Because there's a bit more room.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I mean, like I say, if from here, we've got to remember if I've got this underhook to go out this way, very difficult. Although you will start losing them a little bit, they still need to beat this to be able to really use it. If I have two overs and you just slide forward, there, the hips, the back's on the floor. Yeah. So things to think about there. Even if you're here and they start to come forward, I look to either start coming higher with this hook, or even getting double underhooks. For now, double underhooks. Double underhooks. When I come here or from here, they're very good for control. Not so great for attack. Yeah, because I've not got anything I can really start to work on to try and attack. I need to have one over or two over. Two over, good for attack because you can switch sides very easily when you're choking. Yeah, very easier. Yeah, but you have got less control of them moving forward. So this is why this is sort of preferred, is because you've got one underhook, one overhook, but you are limited to attacking chokes at least on one side. Yeah. Okay. So with it, so everyone was rolling to one side more or less to try and get their back on the floor. Yeah. Okay. So one thing you can look at with this, if you're here and they've rolled to one side, I'll use this hook and push down to bring the hips back and scoop myself back underneath. and come back. Yeah, so if she goes the other way, I can use this to push, hook my hips back underneath, yeah, to get them to the other side. Okay, so it's just one way of thinking of things. Another thing you can think about is this. If the person starts bridging into me, so this happens quite a bit, they bridge in. Okay, if they're bridging in, I really want to try and put their hips back on the floor. So what I can do is I can unhook my legs and kick them forward and then get my hooks back in. Yeah, so I can reset this way, okay? So whenever you're starting to lose things and you use your hooks, yeah, think about ways of just resetting, okay? Another nice option you have, if you started to lose everything, so if you've come here and they've come out and they've come over their legs, their hips are over, but their shoulders aren't on the floor just yet. What I quite like doing is I come out here, I keep my head as tight as I can, and I unhook completely. I'll start to move around onto my tummy and pick her up and reset. Okay? I like calling it Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson. Okay, so I come here. So I start to lose in one direction. Hips are gone, but my head is still here and the shoulders are out, okay? From here, what you can do is kick them far away a little bit and come back. I'm square, I'm flat. Now I walk in and sit back, okay? Cool. So play around with using this hook, driving down to stop them from turning from side to side. Play a bit with the person you've lost both hooks and you're regaining, and let the person bridge in, okay? So we're gonna play the same thing again, yeah? Person on the back, I want you to try and put your back on the floor, yeah? Go about 50% speed, all right? You're gonna let each other work, and I want you to try and find which solution works best for which situation, okay? I just want to share these ideas with you so you've got a bit of an idea to play around with. And then we'll look at some attacks. Cool? Good. Gonna go with that. 1, 2, 3. So try and come up onto both knees and then pull back and sit with both legs around. So I'll probably come into like a low squat. Okay? Keep that head, yeah. Sit up onto the low squat. So rather, yeah, now sit back. Yeah, there you go. So rather than coming up onto your knees, come up onto a low squat. And jump in with Chip. And Daniel. Chip. Just gonna jump in with you guys. Going through. Yes, that's another way of doing it. That's another way of doing it. So you just come up with your knee.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. But it's just where your head position was that you found the other way of doing it there. So your head position, you were on this way and she came out for the arm. Whereas when Chip done it, he went out for the side with the head. So I tried to just come out with the head. So it's underhook side or overhook side. Yeah? Come up, bring his head back up. That's it, then sit back. Yeah. Lovely job, lovely job, lovely job. Try and keep that up. Now pick him up. So try and keep your ear next to his ear the whole time, yes. Now go, yeah. Okay, so when you pick him up, I want you to try and come into a really low squat. So once you come onto your knees, come up onto your feet and then pull him back round. Yeah? Good, good. Just lost the head position, that's all. There, it's gone. So just lost the head position there, yeah? I think if you can try and maintain that barrier around here one side and here the other, then you're good. But yeah, you did good. It was good. That's nice. Good. Kick her forward, make her sit, and get your legs back in. Yes. That's it. So you get her to bridge, really bridge into you. You allow that bridge as she gets her feet in. Now kick her feet forward. There, and now bring your legs back in. Yeah, yeah. Let her really bridge in, because the closer she brings her feet to you, the easier it is for you to kick them away. Yeah. Get the hooks. There we go. Nice, lovely, lovely. And the arms trapped. Bad times. Well done. That's great work. Nice. Come up onto your knees. That's good. Up onto your legs and pull back. Fantastic. Nice work, everybody. You good? You good then? Yeah? All good. That's it. So you could, and then drive them around the other way. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well done. Excellent.
You go. I've got to be good this week. So he said, I can't drink this week. I've got to be good at resisting cake.
I had 2 pieces yesterday. On my floor.
Nice. Getting there. Good. Just pretty with the big boys, that's all, mate.
Sorry?
Pretty with the big boys, that's all.
Yeah.
That and the push down one, that's more so if they haven't beaten the knee. If they've beaten the knee line, then you've pretty much your option is to Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
But if they don't beat the knee line, all good. Nice. We'll talk about that. And then we'll look at some chokes. Time. Everyone really good? Cool. How did you find that? Did you have a little bit more success? A few more ideas? Yeah, saw a good movement. Everyone's kind of punching his legs. Saw some good movement. Everyone's sort of coming up with some ideas. Just to reiterate, just some other little bits and pieces. Again, looking at these, you guys are sort of finding again just solutions to the problem. Where Chris is bridging in really tight, I almost want to let him bridge in so I can then get my feet here. If I don't let him get too far, then I'm not going to be able to get that distance to be able to push him away. So I can now come in, kick him forward, and get my legs back. Yeah. The other ones we were talking about where we're using the hooks to control him. This is more so if he hasn't beaten the knee line. Yeah. So if he's here, he's onto one side. I've got this for how he's maybe removed this hook, but he hasn't beaten the knee line. If he's beaten the knee line, he's got his hips over my knee, now I'm going to Homer Simpson. Yeah? Okay? But if he hasn't beaten the knee line, what I'm looking at trying to do is to push down and raise this knee. And then I can come back to the other side. So here he starts to remove a hook. If a hook is removed, yeah, and the knee line isn't beaten, yeah, he hasn't gone over it, I can push and I can start to raise this knee up. And then I can bring in the other side and regain this hook. Yeah? Make sense? Okay, so just things to think about. Okay, we're going to play a similar sort of game. The person on the back is going to try and maintain the position. This person, once again, is trying to escape, yeah, or put their back, head and shoulders on the floor, okay? New goal for this person on the back now. The person on the back can win. All I want you to try and do is get one hand in the collar underneath the neck. Just one. Don't worry about getting this second one for now. Just one hand under the collar. So we're here, one hand in, done. Get that, you win. He puts his head and shoulders on the floor, he wins. Easy, yeah? Think about, again, using your legs, using your hooks, regaining that guard, yeah? The big thing is, what I was saying is trying to keep this barrier, yeah? Try and keep this ring around the head of barriers, one side, the other side. Yeah? Okay, cool. Grab a new partner, play around with that. 1, 2, 3. He snuck it in. He snuck it in there, didn't he? So, hand in the collar on one side, it's a win. I'll come to you, don't move, don't move. That's good. Try and get a grip on the collar, Danny. Oh, it's there. It's there. You got it. You got it. That's good. That's good. Think about trapping arms, person on the back. How can you trap an arm? No, that was general. I just may have had it. Joe just may have jogged my mind, that's all. Great work, everyone. Great, that's great. There's the reset. No. Ooh. Back up, do it again, do it again. Oh, lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Couple more minutes. Whee! That's what I would be doing. I'm gonna go for a throwaway. That's nice. It's okay, Ash. It's all right, buddy. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Try and beat the head there. If you're going to go that side, Leo, try and get the head on the floor if you can. So you have to try and draw your head to the other side of her, which is going to be difficult because she's doing a really good job of keeping her ear next to your ear. No buggy chokes, mate. Just dreaming of buggies. Tuesday's buggy chokes. You can do it on Tuesday. I'm not here Tuesday. What are you doing on Tuesday? Buggy? What? Westfest on Tuesday. What's Westfest? What's Westfest? Oh, it's an art college thing, is it? That's pretty cool, man. I like it. That's good. That's good. Time. Okay. How was that? Did you guys manage to get a hand in sometime? So you still got to obviously keep that control, haven't you? While you're trying to attack with a choke or get an arm in. Yeah. So that's the big thing, is trying to keep the control when you do it. All right. I want to try and do this. Just I want to let you guys explore this. You have 3 minutes of doing this, and then I'm going to show some ideas, and then we'll spend a little bit longer for you guys to try and implement them. Okay. So just for a couple of minutes, I want to see how you guys do. Let's make this very minimal resistance. Okay, very minimal resistance. All right. If you feel like the person, like you can easily escape, then escape. Right. But if it's going to be quite a bit of work for now, don't worry about it. All right. So if it feels tight and you feel like I really have to work for this, then don't. All right. Then allow the person to work. If so, for example, this kind of eliminates someone just giving you loads and loads of space, so you can just escape. Yeah. So still want to try and maintain some sort of tight connection, as it were. All right. So here's the goal. I'm going to start here. I've got one hand in on the collar. I want you to try and finish the choke, but you're not allowed to grab the other collar. Okay, so you can finish the choke, you can use this hand however you want, but you're not allowed to grab the other collar. Anywhere else in the body, fine, just not the other collar. Okay, cool. So minimal resistance. Again, this person here, if you feel the opportunity that you will slip the arm or you can slip the head, do so, yeah? But the other person, I just want you to explore this a little bit, play around and see what you can come up with. Now I'm going to share some ideas. We're going to ramp it up a little bit. Okay, everyone cool? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 minutes. Good. So you're going to try and find a way of finishing the choke, but you're not allowed to grab the other collar. Good. Oh, try. Okay, I want to try that again. So, if I want you, instead of laying on your shoulder, I want you to lay on your elbow. So right up onto your elbow. So your shoulders, there you go. Okay. If you're, yeah. So if you've got the shoulder on the floor, you can't pull back very easily. If you have your elbow on the floor, pulling back is a lot easier. So if you think about that, his goal would then try and keep your shoulder on the floor the best you can. So hence, what's a really good thing? Holding the elbow, holding the shoulder and pulling down. Yeah? Yeah, push, pull. Yeah. That's it. Or try and use your knee or your shin, see how that goes. Dude, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. The other way around. This way. Sit around to this way. Keep sitting. Yeah, and then use your knee and the back of it towards the back of his neck. One way. I would try and do it with your knee up here. And keep your foot the other way. So turn and face me. Whole body turns and faces me. And then use your knee this way. So your foot is this way or lose. But if you get your foot the other side and use your knee, and just bring your knee through, that's it. Now use your knee, push and pull. Yes. That's one way of doing it, yeah. I'll share some ideas and you can practice them a little bit. Bow and arrow, beautiful. 20 seconds. Yeah. Bit of a sweaty one, isn't it?
Really sweaty.
Yeah. I get that. I get older. Everyone cool? Chris, please. So did you guys find that moving off, angling off was beneficial? Or moving to one side, yeah? Good. Okay. So just a few ideas of things that you can do, you could do. Have a little play with it and then we'll ramp it up a little bit just to see, okay? So, again, like I say, if I want to try and get some tension to pull this around here to get the choke, I'm going to need some space for this arm to move. If, we spoke about this briefly on Wednesday, if I have my shoulder on the floor here and I try and pull, it's going to be harder for me because I haven't got anywhere for my shoulder to go to pull, okay? So when I lay, if I go onto my side, I need to have my shoulder up. So if I put my elbow on the floor, okay, now I should be able to come under and finish chokes a lot easier, yeah? By being on my elbow, not on my shoulder. So if I want to be on my elbow, where does he want me? On my shoulder, exactly. So if he starts to hold, so if we go back, if we're here, now just hold my, yes, so grab my shoulder with that hand and my elbow with this hand. Good, okay, if I try and put my elbow on the floor, if I try and roll, much more difficult because he's forced me to put my shoulder on the floor, okay? Remember, if your shoulder is on the floor, yeah, it's hard for him to choke you, hard, okay? All right, so if I'm angling off, I'm going to angle off to the side this way, okay? First one, very, very simple. I just hold the trouser leg, okay, and pull. Yeah, I'm not going to choke him all the time because it's not very nice. Okay, so I'm here, I've got a grip, I hold the trouser leg, sit back and pull. If I want to make this a little bit better, I'll step over the shoulder as well and link my feet together. Okay, and I push and pull at the same time. Yeah? That's one option. Push with my legs. I'm pushing him into the choke as I pull. Yeah? Okay. So play around with those little ones. What you can also do is you can come out, if you can create a space to bring your shin through. So your knee comes through and my foot is on the back of the neck. Now I can push and pull. Yeah? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. As long as you've got something you can underhook if you want, because you've got that push and pull. Yeah? If you're flexible enough, you can bring the foot over the top. Here. So you've got shin on the back of the neck, push and pull. But I like this because I've now, if I kick through, I have an arm bar as well. Yeah? But you have to be confident that you're going to get the leg over the head. You're not just going to shin kick them in the face. So we've got cross, yeah. So all this, I'm coming off to the one side to attack, yeah? Very easy one, just bring your hand up and around the back of the neck. Yeah? Hand up over the neck. If he starts to bring this arm down and I'm losing it, I could just bring the hand over the top and the back. Yeah? But remember, elbow. If I'm on my shoulder, there's no choke. Yeah? Okay, want to see any one of those again? Yeah, all of them. Just I'll go through it again. Just keep it on loop. Just do it on loop. Yeah, just do it on a loop in the corner, right? Okay.
I don't need the actual choking, I just need to know where I'm...
Okay, so remember, to the side. So if you can get to this position, explore from here, yeah? Hold the trouser leg, pull. If you want to add this, add a little bit more to this, step over the shoulder and lock your legs and push and pull. Hip out, knee in front. Shin over the top. What? Okay? All right.
What are you doing if you're...
So the other person for defending these is doing your best to try and get onto this side with their shoulder on the floor. It eliminates that a lot, yeah? Or, so you're either going this way with the shoulder on the floor or you're putting me on this side. Because remember, if I want to angle out, I need to angle this way because I need to pull this way. If I'm here, I've not got any choke. Yeah? So you person here has got to do their best to either keep them on this way with that one, yeah? Or make sure I get my shoulder on the floor on the other side. Yeah, good question there. Everyone cool? All right, so 5 minutes, yeah? Change partners, new partners, okay? We're going to have the same sort of intensity. I want to let you guys explore and play with these a little bit more. But again, the same thing. If it's very loose and you feel like you can just escape without using any strength, then do it. Yeah, just because it shows a flaw. Yeah, everyone cool? All right, new partners. 1, 2, 3. Why does it matter? Yeah. Scoot yourself off a little bit more to the side. Stay there. There you go. That's good. Now really pull, elbow down and sit back. It's getting there. Okay, so bring that there. There you go. That's what it was. Do that again now. I want you to step over the shoulder as you do it and see if you can feel the difference. So get a real deep, tight one. Good. Hand on the sleeve. Scoot yourself back a little bit away from him. Yeah, and try and step over the shoulder with this leg. All right, now push and pull. Yes. Okay. If you can then lock your feet as well and push, even better. Yeah. You good, Ash? Nice. Nice. Try the other leg, other knee. Yeah. So bring this knee in between you. Here. That's it. Yes, there it is. There you go. Much better. You guys okay? Yeah. Nice. I quite like that. It's gross. Yes. Who's this? You. Quick. Could do that. I don't know. Let's have a look. I mean, if you, I would be. I always try and aim out this way so I can pull more. But if it works, yeah. I mean, I would look for the shin. I could bring over this way and come over the top.
With this leg?
Yeah, that leg comes up. So you got that one, your knee across, yes? You have, yeah, yeah. I just slide the knee in, push and pull, yeah. But yeah, of course he does. The one to really play with is to come here and this. Yeah. This is super strong. So I can really push and pull. Yeah. I'm right the way. I have to. I have to get a little bit of distance to get this leg over. If I'm really too close, it's gonna be hard for me to get this over. So I've got to come back here.
When do you shrimp out like that?
Just as I'm coming around. So like if I feel like I'm here, I'll come. Yeah, I'm almost side on to you.
Yeah.
Now I can come across. Push and pull. Yeah. Want to see what else is real good? If you can grab the other collar.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. And then come over the top.
Oh yeah.
So if you've got the two, yeah, but you've got the two and you add your legs in, forget about it. Yes. Yes.
It's very much like the front there.
Okay. The pull. Yeah. So that's good. There. Now you're just trying to draw this elbow back and pull around. So the movement is this. You see the grip looks alright. Ah, I see what's going on. Time, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. When you're pulling, your wrist is bent this way. I want you to try and rotate your wrist in. So if I've got Chris, so if you're out of the way, if Chris come down, come here. If I've got his neck, if I'm here, I'm not pulling like this. Yeah, I'm pushing my knuckles forward slightly. So I'm trying to draw my wrist into the neck and then I'm pulling. Yeah, so just think about driving the wrist into the neck. Yeah, just that. Yeah, so the wrist into the neck is a little bit.
It's almost going flat.
Yes. Yeah. Think about pulling the. Yes, there you go. Like you're pulling the gi this way. There you go. And now pull back. It's a bit better. Yeah. Nice. How's that, everyone? Okay? Everyone good? Okay. So yeah, it's just some other little things. Just a little bit of detail on the wrist. So if you're sitting here, when I've got the wrist and the collar here, okay, I'm looking to try and drive my wrist into his neck a little bit, right? So what I'm doing is I'm not necessarily just pulling like this, okay, where I'm sort of moving the esophagus all over. okay, I'm looking at, let's think about it this way. I'm trying to pull the collar with the hand a little bit. So I'm rolling my knuckles forward a little bit like this, and then I'm pulling back. Yes, now you're attacking more on the carotid then, yeah, rather than the front, okay? You know, at the end of the day, tap's tap. But if we want to try and finish the choke, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, but like, if we want to finish a choke in an efficient way, we want to try and add pressure to either side of the neck, yeah, and add compression, yeah. So we talked about this before. If I've got a RNC, yeah, I'm adding pressure on both. I have contact on both sides of the neck or two sides of the neck, and I'm adding pressure onto the neck to finish. Yeah, similar thing with this. Also, if I've got the collar, if I'm pulling down on the collar, I've got contact here and contact here. Yeah, down and back. Okay, so we're looking at trying contact either side of the neck and then add pressure. Yeah, in any choke. Okay. If you look at all the chokes we've done or everything we sort of played around with today, that's a similarity in everything, right? We've got 2 points of contact and we are compressing, yeah, in some sort of fashion. All right, cool. Okay, let's, any questions you want to go over? I'm here all week. Everyone good? Okay, all right, let's do a couple of rounds then. We'll grab a partner, we'll go, you're on Shark Tank duty tonight. Shark Tank duty tonight. So Shark Tanks for Joe. Thanks, that's it. How embarrassing is that?
Ignoring the fact that the blood come off for a bit.
Let's, yeah, we'll work out a plan how we're going to do it. All right. So we'll have Joe and 2 other people. We're changing every minute with Joe. Yeah. Everyone else, let's go 3 minutes so you get more rounds in. Okay. Every 3 minutes, then we'll change partners. All right. Everyone cool? Give it a go. 1, 2, 3.